Hi and welcome to Module 5, Troubleshooting and the CD. Occasionally, a client will have some problems. I've found that 9 times out of 10 I can solve these problems in a telephone conversation. Sometimes I've even done a short hypnosis by phone as well. This has been particularly with people at a distance. One guy I recall, I did it in Chinchilla, and that's in Western Queensland. He went out to his car, took his mobile phone, plugged his earbuds in, laid his seat back, and we did a short session. I've done a few of these over time, but mostly it's about just talking someone through, reminding them, getting them back on track, and referring them back to their CD. Because the CD is important. Because the CD is going to be a reminder of everything that they've done. And it's essentially the same session, but in a compressed manner. You can always do another session if someone's local and you've got the time, and it's good service, it's good customer service. Bring them in, because it's not going to take too long. It'll generally take about 40 minutes. You don't have to do all the pre-work. It's just a quick reminder. And sometimes there'll be something else that needed to be addressed. Something that they hadn't considered perhaps. And it's a good opportunity to do that. You will need to dig. What is your exact problem? Well, it's this and it's this. Listen to their words. Their words will uncover what you need to work with. The way I do this one is I find their favourite, most relaxing place and use this in the induction. Now the induction would be like we did in one of the other modules at the beach, perhaps. If that module was done in the countryside, it would include their environment. Get things about that environment that they particularly like included into the induction. So you're really just taking them through this relaxing space. And we're always looking for that opportunity to take them down into the relaxation. This is really pretty simple when you think about it. It could be a shooting star falling to earth, an elevator riding down. One I use sometimes as an imagery is have them ride an elevator down 10 flights of stairs. They arrive at the bottom flight and they go in. It's an old filing room, and over in the corner is a filing cabinet that says weight loss problems. And so there's still something over there. So we get a trolley and we load that filing cabinet on, wheel it out back to the elevator, open the elevator, and before them there's this huge chasm, and they just tip. Now if they're nervous of heights, we need to say, and you stand back so you're completely safe, and you tip it, and it falls down and down, further and further. And you'd be saying this nice and slowly, and you don't even hear a sound. It goes so far. It has gone so far away from you. And then you turn and walk back into that filing room and see the nice shiny filing cabinet that says Mary or Fred's ideal weight. And there's all these new files in there, and they're adding files to it all the time, and experiences. I think I mentioned lying, if someone was sort of lying out on a grassy field and watching the sun go down behind the mountains. That's your induction as it goes down. This is common thread, and it's just a standard thing in hypnosis. Another one I'll give you a clue about is you can take somebody into their home, into a room where they feel very comfortable, and they imagine that room, and they notice everything about it, the coverings, the floor coverings, the artworks, the furniture. And then there's a door. Now if there's not a door in that room, it doesn't matter. You can say there's a door, and perhaps you hadn't noticed it before. You walk to the door and open the door, and you step out of that door, but you find yourself on a path. And you begin to move slowly along the path, and the path winds down and down, past green fields, under trees, and it goes down further, and you're going down and down, and you see a lake below you, and the path winds down further and further, and basically you're winding them down to the lake. This is one I've used just generically if I don't know what a person's relaxed place is, and it always starts with the room as a safe place. They go to here and they return to the safe place at the end. And this safe place can be a place that they can mentally retreat to anytime they want and feel completely 100% safe. Now, the content of the session, as I said, will just be a shortened version of what they did, reminders. I like to do a 5-minute very fast track and about a 15-minute track. And nearly half of that will be the induction. So you're only reminding about the things they need to know, and then you bring them out at the other end. The 5 is a very fast induction where everything's just happening quicker. You're not speaking quickly, you're just shortening it down. Now, I say this to people, I say, look, you're going to have a 15-20 minute CD. I'd like you to listen to regularly, but there's a 5-minute one for when you're in a hurry that you can pick up at any time. And I tell them to put it on put it into iTunes and load it on a phone. Now, some people can do that and some people can't. It's not really up to us to worry about what people can or can't do with technology. And you will see people who do not have computers and emails at all. And so you might need to post out the questionnaire. And obviously, then do they have a CD player? Well, again, it's not our responsibility. We do our best for people in this day and age. Most people have the technology. So we can record the CD in 3 ways. As a CD, and you just buy your stacks of CDs. You can print labels on them if you want. You can get little sticky labels and put them on. That's fine. They don't care. That's the interesting thing. They don't care that it's not this big fancy thing. They just appreciate that it's personal. You can deliver the file on a USB stick. Now, they're not quite cheap enough for this to be completely viable, but it's not a bad way. And soon, if you can find a box of USB sticks cheaply on eBay, well, do that. I've done it on the odd occasion. Or as a download from a cloud service such as Amazon S3, you can open an account, upload the audio file to it in an MP3 form from iTunes. You record it and put it into iTunes. And then they get a link. They just click on the link, it opens as a page, and they can listen to it. I've done this for a few people outside of Australia, particularly. So, and I think that we'll see a lot more of this, because really cloud storage is very much the future of information delivery. All of your all of your files came from Amazon S3 when you downloaded them. It's as simple as that. Recording the CD is also very simple. You can record it using Audacity. This is a free download and it's very simple to use. Now you can use, all you need is a camera that's got a computer that's got a microphone. I bought a nice microphone called a HT Zoom, and it really does give nice effects. Because over the years I've done a lot of CDs. I've probably done about 1400 of these, and I've done multiples done them in other areas, and you get that way you can do it very, very fast. So a Logitech headset is also good. It just plugs straight in. I'm doing this recording on one of those kind of headsets. That's all good. Just make sure you use this link. That way you're getting the actual Audacity. Now you'll get a resources sheet as well, and this link's in there because there'll be lots of people trying to get you to download Audacity, but it's not from them. They'll be putting other stuff on your computer. Go for this one. It's simple to upload. You record your file. You simply click import. And what I do to save time is I record an induction and save that as a file, and then I record the back end and save that as a file. So all I'm doing is adding about 5 minutes of new material in the middle. This saves me a lot of trouble. Now, many hypnotherapists use a generic CD. They do a once-off recording and they give it to people. You can do that too. What I like about the personal CD is, yes, it does take a little bit more time, but remember, we're charging more than your average hypnotherapist. Most of them don't know how to charge a decent fee, and so the personalised touch is good because you're talking about their issues. You're using their name, and so they feel that, yes, you have created this CD for them. That's right. So this splicing together is really easy. You'd have your 2 tracks you've already recorded, the new one, you import the 3 of them, and then you literally cut and paste them in the order you want, and then you save that, and then you can put that onto a CD through like media player. This may sound a little overwhelming. When I was doing this, I didn't have a clue what I was doing. I'm not a good techie sort of person. Often I get my son to show me something. He'd show me so fast that I didn't have any idea what he was doing, and as a typical teenager then, he was very impatient. So I just plodded away and worked it out. One of the best ways I've found to learn how to do things is to go to YouTube and simply type in what you want to know. And there'll be somebody who's produced a short video on how to do it. I learn most of what I need to know by doing that. Hi, now we're into the follow-up section. So you'll send a follow-up email within a day of their session. I've given you a copy of it on the pre and post email script file. Just read through there. I tell them they're going to get their CD, that there'll be a 5-minute track and a longer track. I also add an extra track explaining heart math again. You don't need to do that. You could put that in the steps here. I tell them there are 4 steps they need to follow up on and do for themselves on a regular basis, and I wish them the best. I attach the ebook. Now the ebook, as you'll see, is really very comprehensive. You've got it as a PDF file. Just delete anything you don't want. Just cut and paste what you want from it into a Word document and delete the rest, and then make it yours. You'll see I've left in a link there to Quit Smoking. Well, what you can do, I've left it there as an example of maybe there's something else you want to refer them to, another product or something like that. Create your own version of the ebook. It won't take very long. Convert it to a PDF and send it to them. And that's actually a vast amount of work has gone in the ebook, so it's really great value. And ask for referrals. Simply ask for referrals. Why not? If you ask for referrals, you will get them. If you don't, you probably won't. Or you'll get a smaller number. Now call them 3 days after the session. They'll be so surprised and appreciate it. Plus you can sort out any minor issues and boost their confidence again. And this one action will get you lots more referrals, because it is such an unusual thing to do. So that's it for this module. You'll notice as a module 6, it's your bonus module, and we're going to talk about being a little bit more creative, and you may take some of the things you learned there into your follow-up CD just for fun. I look forward to meeting you on module 6. Thank you.